Ah, right. Hello. Um, I'm smoking in my pipe some Dunhill early morning pipe. It's sadly not the early morning, but I finally got round to doing this video. Mm. There we go. Wonderful. It's just really, well, there's a couple of things I'm going to talk about. But I'm smoking. The, the person that was very kind enough to send it to me, I'm not sure whether they'd appreciate me saying they'd sent it because there was lots of nudge, nudge, wink, wink, you know what, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna, well, if it comes to pass that they did indeed want to be, they were not offended by being mentioned, I will do so. But in their honour, I'm smoking my Crown Viking, which is made at the studio of Paul Winslow, and it's made in Denmark. And anyway, there we go. I just, it's funny. Well, the reason I started smoking a pipe was, I think, had quite a lot to do with
We must not think ourselves victims
Laurel and Hardy,
of disadvantage.
and I'll tell you why.
And
I don't know whether any of you. I love Laurel and Hardy, and I still find it side-splittingly funny to watch as well. But Stan Laurel used to do this thing. He'd get his thumb like so and stick it into. Obviously, I can't, but he'd then get a match and he'd sort of puffing away and would smoke a pipe via his thumb, which of course as a child I picked up on and started to mimic, and then latterly, I bought my first pipe when I was 13, which I don't think in these days of health and well-being, I'm sure would be outraged at that, but there we go. What can I say? It was a little corncob pipe. It was anything I could afford with my pocket money. But sort of one of the reasons I always preferred bent pipes, I suppose. I've got a few straight pipes.
great.
But I think it goes down to one man in particular I only knew very briefly. I'm sure people will find this very hard to believe. I had quite a troubled childhood, really, and in my early teenage years I ended up at this place called Ashbourne Lodge in Winchester. And
those who transcend their apparent limitations are greater than those who are.
And there was two people there. One of the chaps who was in charge of the whole place was called Major Gibbons, and he was an ex-army officer, Royal Artillery, and he was had a very strange pair of glasses, a kind of, you see those proboscis monkeys, his nose was kind of like that. His wife was the matron of the place, and he was more of an administrator than a sort of hands-on looking after the boys that were there. But and he smoked, and as I say, I was there from I think about 6 months, 7 months of when I was 12 years old. So this is how long ago it is. I'm 41 now, and he smoked St Bruno, and he smoked it in a straight pipe, and he was this kind of authoritarian figure, which goes back even further, I think, than me, because there was this dreadful vicar that used to, I won't say his name, just in case anybody who watches this and knew him. He was the local parish clergyman, and he smoked a straight pipe, and he was a miserable soul. He really was. No sense of humour, no humour to him at all. Anyway, the one person that had a very profound effect, he smoked tobacco. He smoked Player's whiskey, and he was a lovely bloke. His name was Pete Brown, and he was services. He was in the Navy. He was a chief petty officer in the Navy, and a real charmer. And he used to take me fishing, introduced me to classical music and all sorts of things. But as I say, he was a pipe smoker, and he had a real effect on me. And I do believe that that has had an effect on the sort of pipes I buy and prefer to smoke and so on. But anyway, there we go. Just a little thank you video, really, to the mysterious person who, nudge nudge, will not be my name, but I thought I'd add a few more things. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon.